If you're a real Warriors fan living in the US, this video is for you. From coast to coast, America is buzzing after last night's game. Steph Curry just reminded the whole country why he runs the West. The NBA world just got turned upside down. The Golden State Warriors, yes, the team that redefined a generation of basketball, built a dynasty, and carried the spirit of excellence through an entire era, have just made a decision that has everyone talking. And when we say everyone, we mean fans, analysts, insiders, and even rival teams. Because this move wasn't just unexpected, it was absolutely stunning. If you're a Warriors fan, brace yourself. If you're not, well, this could still shake the balance of power across the league. Let's get straight to it. Golden State has officially pulled the trigger on one of the boldest off-season decisions in recent franchise memory. While everyone was speculating about minor trades, late draft picks, or quiet internal tweaks, the Warriors were working behind the scenes on a seismic organizational shift. And now, it's official. The team that once ruled the NBA with swagger, small ball genius, and relentless shooting just sent a message loud and clear: the dynasty era as we know it is evolving. Reports out of San Francisco confirm that Golden State has decided to part ways with a key member of its current roster, and no, this wasn't just a bench player or role piece. This was someone integral to the team's current identity. And what makes it even more shocking is that the front office didn't wait until training camp or preseason. They moved swiftly, decisively. And that's not something we're used to seeing from a team that normally prioritizes stability. But here's the twist: it wasn't just a trade or a release. It was a package deal that sent shockwaves through the locker room and fanbase. The Warriors weren't just making a roster change. They were sending a message. That message? We're not stuck in the past anymore. We're looking forward. And the player involved? Jonathan Kuminga. The 21-year-old forward, once considered the bridge between the Warriors' championship past and future aspirations, has been traded. Yes, it's official. Kuminga, the athletic marvel with raw potential, explosive transition ability, and defensive upside, is out. He's heading to a team looking to build around youth. And in return, Golden State brought in proven veteran help players that fit a win-now mentality, players that bring structure, experience, and immediate impact. Now, let's pause here for a moment. Think about the implications. Kuminga was viewed by many as the guy to carry the torch once Steph, Draymond, and Klay began to fade into retirement or reduce roles. The idea was that he'd grow into a centerpiece, an all-star caliber forward who could attack both ends of the floor. But behind the scenes, things weren't clicking. There were chemistry issues, concerns about consistency. And perhaps the most important factor: he wasn't fitting the Warriors' system the way Steve Kerr needed. Still, nobody expected the Warriors to move on this quickly. Especially not after such a public push last year to get him more minutes and take on a bigger role in the second unit. But here we are. The franchise is officially pivoting. They've decided that their window isn't in the distant future. It's now. And that window? It revolves around Stephen Curry, still one of the most electrifying players on the planet. Sources say Curry himself was consulted on this move. And while he had deep admiration for Kuminga's growth, he made it clear he wants another real shot at a title. He doesn't want to coast into retirement as the face of a rebuilding team. He wants to compete, and compete hard. That meant the front office had to get aggressive. And they did. The deal brings back not only a veteran forward who can shoot the three, defend multiple positions, and slot into Kerr's offense without disrupting the rhythm, but also clears financial room to go after another big name before the season starts. Rumors are flying about potential targets. Some say the Warriors are eyeing a guard to take pressure off Curry. Others believe a backup center is being prioritized. And the boldest whispers? They claim Golden State still has interest in making a run at Kevin Durant if things deteriorate in Phoenix. Yep, KD watch never truly ends in the Bay. But back to the present. The front office's decision to move Kuminga wasn't just about talent. It was philosophical. A clear shift away from the dual timeline model they tried so hard to maintain. That model, by the way, was championed by former GM Bob Myers before he stepped away. Develop young players while winning now? It sounded great on paper. But in practice? It's hard. And the Warriors learned that the hard way. Jordan Poole's departure last year was the first major crack. Kuminga's exit now solidifies it. The youth experiment is over. This team is going all in on veterans who know how to win, who know how to play Warriors basketball. And yes, there's fallout. Fans are split. Social media is on fire. Some are heartbroken to see Kuminga go, convinced he'll break out into a star elsewhere. Others feel relieved, believing that the Warriors are finally refocusing on what they do best, winning with discipline, ball movement, and unselfish team-first play. Inside the locker room, the vibe is tense but hopeful. Veterans like Draymond and Clay reportedly supported the move, even though they knew it would shock fans. They've seen what happens when egos clash with execution. And they've seen how quickly championship windows close. So what happens now? Expect the Warriors to move fast. More roster decisions are coming. Training camp will be fierce. Rookies and undrafted players will have to earn everything. And don't be surprised if Golden State makes at least one more surprising trade before opening night. Also watch the development of Kai Sato. Yes, the young Filipino big man has officially inked his deal and will be part of training camp. It's unclear if he'll make the final roster, but with Kuminga out and minutes suddenly available for frontcourt depth, Sato could have a real opportunity to turn heads. If he adjusts quickly to the pace and physicality of the league, fans could be seeing him suit up alongside Curry sooner than expected. Meanwhile, Steve Kerr has a message of his own. In a short statement following the trade, he said, "Tough decisions are part of this business. But we're here to compete at the highest level. And I believe this new group has what it takes." That's not just a soundbite. That's a battle cry. Because the 2025 season isn't just about bouncing back. It's about legacy. It's about the final chapters of one of the greatest teams ever assembled. And the Warriors aren't going to let it slip away with hesitation. They're going to fight. They're going to adapt. And clearly, they're going to make the hard decisions. So what do you think? Did the Warriors make the right call moving on from Kuminga? Do you believe this is the spark that gets them back to the top of the West? Or was this a gamble that could haunt them in the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Smash that like button if you're excited to see the new-look Warriors. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications because this off-season is far from over. Trades, training camp battles, surprise breakouts, everything is on the table.